I'm so excited to welcome Kary to the stage.
Yeah, and Kary,
Hey,
Mr. Oberbrunner,
you're on mute. You're on mute.
you're muted.
This
Mute. Now I'm
guy.
good. Now I'm good.
There we
Great to
go.
see you.
Great to see you, Kary.
Hey, what
Yep,
is
I
up?
see the
It's been a
aura. I see
while.
the aura ring there.
Boom, boom. Yes. These are two of my favorite people. Listen, I wanted to share this. I'm having a tough time finding it. Where is this going to? LinkedIn? Where is the
We're
live
all over
stream?
the place right now. We're on
All over.
LinkedIn. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube right now.
Good, good. Okay, perfect.
Across
Where are
both
you
of
on
our
Facebook?
channels
Because
too.
I'll share it. I'll share it on
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah, we
Where?
will. I'll make sure Jade gives it to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Awesome.
cool.
Well, listen.
Kary, great to have you on, my man. What's going
This,
on?
my friend, I opened this box the other day. Oh
Isn't
my
it
gosh.
gorgeous,
Oh,
Kary?
it is amazing. I mean, talk to me. Listen, I love this stuff. I absolutely love it. So unpack this for me, because I know Amber and her team like put thought into this, and you did as well. But like, walk me through it, my friend.
Yeah. What's wise, Ollie? What's wise?
Awesome.
Talk
I
about
love it,
wise.
Kary. So
Isn't that
why?
gorgeous?
This is
I
heavy.
was
I like
impressed
it.
when I saw it too. It came out much cooler than the photos.
It is.
Wise is the wealth integration system for entrepreneurs, and it means, those four letters mean so much to me, because everything, with all the complexity and challenges and questions and dilemmas and everything that goes on in an entrepreneur's mind, everything
Yes.
from like, how do I, capture my life's work? How do I reinvest? How do I minimize my tax? How do I have continuity for my family and for my team? Like, how do I pull it all together? Everything there is one of the 6 components within Wise.
Love it.
And that coin is there as a reminder to all my collaborators that, hey, it all fits together through one system, all the dilemmas, all the plans. As Gino Wickman said, Wise is like EOS for your personal wealth.
Oh, that's good.
I was honored for him to say that, but it's similar. Everything fits into one spot. So that's what it is. Appreciate the question.
Yes. Well, I had joy when I opened this, and let me break it down here. You are so important to me, Ollie, that I picked up my daughter early because I said I need to be online with my friends, Amber and Ollie. So this book, I love it. You brought me into the process. And how do you feel, man? Like, I've written books. How do you feel holding this thing?
I feel great. I don't know if it's fully hit me.
Yeah.
It has. It's hit you in phases. You should see the video when he was first holding a copy of his book. It was the most magical video that his team took, Kary.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I
didn't mean to cut you off, but like you've had so many special moments with the book, Ollie.
I'm honored. And I tell you, the first time I started reading it, Kary, myself.
Yes. It's surreal, isn't it? Isn't it surreal when you start reading it?
And seeing the old notes, the graphic, what you just showed me, I remember 5-6 years ago whiteboarding that concept.
Wow.
And drawing it up with one of my team members and just figuring out like what this looks like and being so excited because we took something from the entrepreneur's mind and we diagrammed it on paper. And when we showed it to business owners, they were like, oh my gosh, you're in my head. This is exactly how I think. Can I get a copy of that? Can I show my wife that? And I remember the first time I really knew it was something extraordinary was when one business owner came in for a meeting and he brought his wife with him. He said, Ollie, could you show me that diagram? And he pulls it out, he goes, honey, this is how I think on paper. And he explained it the way I explained it to him, but to his wife. And in that moment, I was like, okay, that's going somewhere. And now it's one of the chapters in the book, one of the concepts. So
I love it.
I mean, it's amazing to see it come to life. And now thousands of owners can use that as opposed to before when it was tens or hundreds.
Yes.
So,
well, I know Amber knows this. I mean, she works with authors all the time. Great company, by the way, NGNG. But it takes so much. It's such a labor of love.
Oh my gosh.
I look at the table of contents because that to me is where we're going. And you break down the book into 3 parts. So again, I love this, but dilemma, design, and decision.
Well,
So
I'm sure you love
that
it because you were the creative mind that thought of separating it
that's
into
not
three
what I'm
spots.
looking for. I drew it out of you. You had it. You had it.
It's true.
But for
Well, it's a
everyone
great
listening,
team, right? I mean, that's
it is.
entrepreneurship even. You don't just do it alone as a CEO. You have your team working with you. It's a collaboration, right? So this is
Yes.
a dream team right here.
Hey,
It
I
was,
love
it
it.
was great.
So talk to us though, the 3 parts. So the metaphor is fantastic about the mountain, and I'm sure I heard you referencing
Yeah. Yeah.
that it's the
You've heard it
people
on
who,
stage, yeah.
yeah. But did everyone hear that today already?
Yeah.
They did. We
Okay.
started with that mountain
Yeah,
analogy of
it's a great metaphor.
Isn't it good? Yeah.
It is so good. It is so good. Like I never want to climb a mountain now unless I know how to get off the mountain. Right? Like Mount Everest fear or something. But these 3 dilemmas and then your design. And what I love about this, Ali, is you don't just say, here's the book and have a good life. You have a whole system of what do we call them again? Wise guides.
Oh, guides.
Guides.
To go through the workshop program.
The wise guides. That was Ali's. So talk to us about that, though. I mean, yes, the book's going to help them, but just like EOS, they can have implementers essentially. So talk about that.
Yeah. So the word that I would use to most accurately describe the role that I've played with business owners for so many years has been a guide. I know that in an industry term that I've had is the term advisor, but I think when it comes to business owners, it's oftentimes helping them see more clearly and helping them think through different decisions. But yes, there's points where I'm giving advice, but really I think that the greatest work is done when I'm guiding and kind of showing and teaching and exploring and saying, here's a different path you can take. So when a business owner kind of expressed to me, what you've done, you've kind of guided me through this whole process. And I would hear that again and again. And when I was thinking for the term of what role am I playing in this book? Because I'm not an advisor. I'm not providing a function in that sense. What am I really doing? What's the role? And the role is being a guide and telling business owners, I've seen 1,000 entrepreneurs go through this journey before. I know what's been successful, what hasn't. You can learn from my mistakes and their victories and my victories. So really serve this role as a guide. And for those business owners that want to go deeper from the content in this book, they read this book and they're like, gosh, this has been great. This has been helpful, but I really want to go deeper. We've built a workshop program.
Yes.
And if you visit wiseglobalnetwork.com, there's a workshop program that we're building, and entrepreneurs can get access to a platform where they can get independent perspective on how to address the biggest dilemmas in their life, how to address all 6 components of entrepreneurial wealth. And I appreciate you showing this on the screen here. There's an assessment to help business owners gain greater clarity as to where they are right now. And for those that say, I read this book, this has been fantastic, I want to go deeper, but I want kind of that independent guidance and perspective where I can get education, workshops, tools, similar to a strategic coach program, but for entrepreneurial wealth. This is that platform. And I'm serving as your guide, in a workshop format, helping guide you through the different decisions and dilemmas that you have. And a future consideration we have is to have additional guides available on the platform that can provide that type of guidance beyond just me. So that there's additional firms or guides that can get licensed to essentially provide that ongoing implementation, similar to what you described. You looked at it kind of like an EOS implementer, and I think that's a fair analogy for that to exist as well.
I love it. I love it. So, Amber, when I went to the EOS conference last year, I believe it was Texas.
I wish I could have been there.
Oh yeah, it was cool. Like I don't wear cowboy boots, but if I had them, I would have.
We would have welcomed that.
Yes, but I'll never forget. I was sitting next to our integrator at the time, and along comes this first speaker, and I'm like, whoa, like I just heard the voice I know it sounds weird, but it's true.
I told you, right? When we started the live stream, I was like, there's nobody like Ollie. He's amazing.
It's true. I mean, I thought, okay, this guy drives race cars. He's got cool hair. He's got this crazy calm stage presence. And I'm not even joking. I turned to our integrator and I said, we need to book him for our conference. And we did. We booked him for the Igniting Souls conference. Amber, you came the year before.
Yeah.
You did an amazing job.
Yeah.
And he came, and the whole crowd, I think we were the first group. Can I claim that you spoke?
Yes. On this topic, the business owner's dilemma, the very first speech, I would call it almost, I mean, it wasn't a beta, but in a sense, like the first keynote speech I did on the book was at your conference. And
I love it.
We had people crying. We had people laughing. We had people revisiting kind of these early memories of money and kind of entrepreneur. And the moment that it really hit me, I just, Kary, and I thank you for inviting me to that conference. The moment it really hit me was the next morning after the conference keynote. A friend of mine, Steve Nooner, him and his wife, Corey, they sent me a message and they said, Ali, there's someone sitting here on this table who is looking at the document from your keynote yesterday and looking at their answers and their notes to the workshop in this deep ponder, like they're questioning, they're looking at their entire life, like they're really revisiting in a good way, just revisiting their life journey. And he goes, Ali, I'm telling you what I'm witnessing right now, this is making a huge impact on people. And this is a day later. This isn't right after the talk. And it kind of gave me chills. And I was like, all right, that's working. It's working. And if people are more intentional from the content in this book or the associated speeches, I think it's worth it right there.
Well, in your book,
empowering positive change.
It is amazing. What I love in the book and on your speech is that you talk about how we have this relationship with money. And if we're not careful as entrepreneurs, whatever that emotion is, for example, some have security. And if it's security because they had scarcity in their upbringing, then like you said, they're not going to want to part with that money as they get more successful. And so you almost have to deprogram. That's what I got from the book. You got to deprogram your relationship with money.
Right.
That's great, man.
I mean, I think that you said it so well.
How do you feel, man? Dan Sullivan, Gino Wickman, Cameron, Mark Winters. How do you feel knowing those amazing influencers are blowing you up? What do you think?
I'm humbled. You know, Dan Sullivan's been a mentor of mine for 14 years now. I joined his program back in 08, 09.
Cool.
I probably have read 24 to 36 of his books, sat through. I mean, we've had so many one-on-one conversations, so many workshops. He's just an incredible mind that simplifies the equation in a unique way and makes it real in practice. So I'm honored and humbled that his name is there. Gino Wickman is, I feel like he's like a big brother to me. I've learned so much from him, and it was an honor to be able to, like last year when I did the opening keynote for the EOS conference. Before I did the speech, someone says, "How do you feel?" I was like, "I feel like I'm opening for Coldplay." You know, like Gino Wickman's is his conference. This is the guy who 4 years ago I read his book. I didn't know who he was. He changed my life.
Wow.
I read the book Rocket Fuel. And 4 years later, after reading that book, I'm doing the opening keynote at his conference. I felt like I heard Coldplay at a concert, and all of a sudden I'm opening for them 4 years later.
Great example.
And
he calls you the authority on entrepreneurial wealth. Like that's a huge statement.
It's humbling, especially from Gino. He's like the entrepreneurial business master. So I'm humbled, and you know, it's humbling. And Cameron Harold and Mark Winters and the whole group. I mean, Cameron's just a tremendous personality. I think his books Double Double and Free PR have just been impacts to the business community. He's just kind of simplified the equation in a lot of ways, and he's built the Second in Command program with his Invest in Your Leaders and COO Alliance. And then Mark Winters, He's been amazing. You know, he was the co-author of Rocket Fuel and kind of built out Rocket Fuel University. And I think he's kind of the integrator mastermind program as well. And just, again, all tremendous personalities. And I'm humbled that they gave such raving endorsements, and they were collaborators for the book. I mean, they saw it in advance. Mark he wrote pages of feedback in the book a year ago. So I'm thankful to all four of them for being the cover blurbs there. And thanks for mentioning that, Kary.
Oh yeah. Well,
you're the best.
Listen, man, I just wanted to pop in. I'll roll, but so proud of you, Ollie, and just Amber, you know, jumping in and her whole team doing this amazing box. We got people yelling about it. Suzanne wants.
Yeah. And a shout out to you, Kary. Kary Oberbrunner at Igniting Souls was a strategic advisor to me on the book. And I was
really important moment in the book too.
Yeah.
You really drove it home.
I was like 95% there. And I said, there's like this list.
It was
probably 20 things that are all these little strategic decisions on the book. And it's like, I need the right mind to help me through these key decision points, and kind of in many ways how I structure some parts of the book. And Kary gave me tremendous guidance on all those pieces and bringing it together. And kind of sometimes the hardest part is the final part, you know, pulling the pieces together. Kary you did a tremendous job helping me with that. And I'm very grateful to you.
Yeah.
And, you know, you and your team have done awesome work, and Igniting Souls team is such a wonderful group of people in general. So thank you to you and to your team, and you're
awesome.
Appreciate you being a part of this journey with me.
I'll see you in April at the EOS conference. I bet
I will be there and ready to speak on the book.
All right.
Thanks,
all right.
Kary.
Take care, Kary.